Hi, welcome to Make It Monday. Today we're going to make a felt coin pouch or keyring pouch, whatever you want to call it. You just need some scraps of felt. Any color will do, or you can make it multicolor. I'm using a washable marker. You could use permanent. It doesn't really matter as long as you have something that will mark on the felt. Even just a lead pencil will be fine. You need, some people call this a jump ring, but it's just, you know, a basic key ring. You need a pair of regular scissors and a tapestry needle or yarn needle of some sort, just as long as it has a big eye and it'll go through the felt. It's really fine. And optional is a pair of pinking shears so that you could get this nice zigzag edge if you want that. I might use them. It's a little bit easier for me because they're so big to get a straighter cut. So move all the stuff out of my way. My piece is pretty small, but basically what you want to do is just kind of measure, figure out, you know, how big or small you want your little pouch to be. I'm going to say I probably don't want to go over 3 inches high. So since this is felt and we're not sewing on the machine, this is all hand sewing, we can cut it out exactly to the dimension that we want. So I'm going to start at any finished edge that is already straight, and I'm going to measure off 3 inches. And with my marker on the wrong side of the felt, which is the shinier, rougher side, I'm just going to mark at the 3 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way across because I know it's way wider than I want it to be right now. Okay. So this is how tall I want it. So because I want it 3 inches high, I really need 2 pieces that are 3 inches high. So then what you can do is fold it over on the mark. And this is to the inside. So I'm using a washable marker, so no big deal if I want to get rid of that. Alright, so now what I'm going to do with my pinking shears, and like I said, you don't have to use pinking shears, you could use something else. And I'm sorry, you will see the shadow of my camera because I'm in very poor lighting right now. I apologize, and I hope to do better in the future. But for now, this is where I am. So I'm just going to make a cut along there. And I can't see as well as I would like to because I'm sitting behind a camera tripod. If you don't want the zigzagged edge, you don't have to use pinking shears. I'm just using them because I want to. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is decide how wide we want the pouch. And I would say, to keep it from being completely square, I'm going to go 4 inches. And since this is still the inside, I'm going to go ahead and mark my 4 inches from the cut edge. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut on that line that I just made. Okay, and then to match, I'm going to cut this edge as well. And I know you're probably thinking, how are we going to get in this thing? How are we going to put stuff in it and take stuff out? That is a very good question, isn't it? And since I already have a little space off here, I'm just going to cut across there. Make a straight cut. Sorry, I'm trying to see it and let you be able to see it as well. There. Okay. I'll call it straight even if it's not. Okay, so now we're just going to fold up on that little line that we drew. If you have some straight pins or safety pins or even just the needle, you can stick it in there. I'm just going to put a couple little straight pins in there. Now you will be plenty able to get in there and do it. And if you want to cut this off a little shorter, that's fine too, as long as you can get into here. Later on we'll be sewing a button onto here. What we're going to do now is make a flap. So you need another scrap that's at least the 4 inches wide that we cut the pouch. So what you can do is find the wrong side, and this is actually a little different felt. It has a different backing, so you can really tell this is the wrong side because it's gray. So I'm going to mark just along the edge of here and cut those sides. Okay. And this one. Alright, and then I'm just going to loosely mark across there. Cut that. And then I'm going to go across here and just cut off the little wavy pieces. Okay. Like I said, it might not be perfect, but close enough. This will be the flap. So what we're going to do then is match it up to this top edge here. And we're going to use a couple more pins and just pin it on. Alright, so basically on the flap, what you want to do is make sure that it comes down far enough that you can get a buttonhole into here. Otherwise, you won't have a way to fasten your pouch unless you wanted to use like a hook and loop closure or anything like Velcro. One thing that you could do even is you could put a, I apologize for my chair is pretty squeaky, it's old. You could put a button here, and then you could even hook a loop of elastic on here, or a loop of yarn or anything, and just hook it over the button. We might do it that way. The other thing that you could do is even hand sew a buttonhole on here. Okay, so we're off to the next step. Obviously this is a keychain pouch, because I'm pretty sure that's what I said. So I'm going to take a scrap of this, and I'm just going to cut, I don't know, how wide is this thing? It doesn't have to be so wide, it just needs to be cut. So, I don't know, this is probably 1/2 inch wide, and I'm trying to figure out which is the wrong, this is the wrong side because it's shiny. You'll simply take it and put your keychain on there like that. And this is going to go to the inside. So this could stick out to the side like this. It could stick up on the top like this. That is really completely up to you how you want to attach this thing on. And if you don't, if you want to just make a regular wallet, do that too. I think I'm going to put mine out to the side like this. So I'm actually going to use that same pin that I had and just pin that on. We'll stitch that on in a little bit. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is take a length of friendship thread. This is actually friendship thread. I got it from either Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I don't remember which one it came from. I've been to all three, and so therefore I do not know which one it came from. But this is what I'm using for this project today. You can use regular DMC embroidery floss, get something that is close or matches completely, or get something that is completely contrasting. That's up to you. Give it the look that you want. Personalize it. This is just a lot of fun. So the way that I make my knots is actually called a quilter's knot, and it's basically you point the needle at the end of the thread after you run it through your needle. Okay, and then you're going to grab this onto your needle and just pinch it between your fingers and wrap it around 3 or 4 times. Hold it between thumb and forefinger on this hand, and then, or whichever is your non-dominant hand, and just hold on to that knot as you pull it through, like that. There it is. the quilter's knot, and I love a quilter's knot. So simple. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is actually to attach this little loop here. So I apologize for my hands. They are not manicured. Take it in there like that. I'm not going all the way through the felt on the back. I'm just taking a little bit so that I can get this tacked on. Just going to pull that through. I'm just going to take a few stitches, like maybe 3 stitches on this side. And I really apologize for the lack of focus on this project. Really wish my camera would focus better. Maybe it's tired. And if you go all the way through, it's really not a big deal. I'm trying not to, but okay, so that's that. Since we're already up here and we have to tack this top on, this is the top piece here, the flap. We're going to go ahead and start here. So basically, there are 2 choices for you. You can do a whip stitch, which is basically just in and out, in and out, in and out. Or you can do a blanket stitch. I'm just going to do a whip stitch today because it's quick and it's simple. And it's just basically running it in and out. Okay, so I'm just working back to front. You might be working front to back. It does not matter as long as you get this puppy sewn up. Okay, I'm going to end off just by inserting the needle pretty much into the same stitch that I ended on, right here on the corner. I'm going to pull that through until there's a small loop, insert my needle through the loop, and just pull it tight. Sorry, I couldn't get the knot out, so I just had to jerk it through. Alright, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut on that side of the knot and keep my knot. That'll work out. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to close up this side right. I'm just going to sew this side shut and then this side. I'm just going to start at the top. If you want to hide the knot, just go in between here and come out the front like that, and then you can hide that knot on the inside. Okay, and then you just start your whip stitch. Again, I apologize for my hands. I don't take a lot of time with them, so therefore they don't look the best. I wash my hands way too many times in the day to even bother with lotion till bedtime, so usually my hands only get lotion on like a Sunday morning before I get to church and just before I go to bed at night. Okay. Alright, so I kind of messed up there. I've got a little loop stuck there somehow. I'm just going to grab that loop. I'm going to end off just like we did before. And that'll cinch that loop down, so it won't be as noticeable, but okay, I'm going to do another knot. And then I'm going to do this side. In this case, I'm going to start at this corner. Hide the knot. Okay, I'm going to end off. Okay. Okay, I have completed stitching the sides and the top. The next thing we have to do is figure out how we're going to attach the button and closure. So, like I said before, there are many options. You could do really anything. I'm just going to do a sewn-on button and then some kind of little closure here. So I have a bit of this. This is elastic cording. See, it's very stretchy. I'm just going to clip off this much. This is probably 3 inches. Well, let's measure, because our pouch is 4 inches. No, that's about 4 inches. I think this one will be fun. So what I'm going to do is attach my button just underneath where the thread goes, just underneath this flap right here. Okay, I'm going to attach this just enough that it'll stretch to around the button to the bottom of the flap. So basically right here. Okay, I'm going to use, it's actually 100% polyester, but it's almost like fishing line. It's completely see-through thread. So you can kind of see it against the blue. It's as fine as hair. Okay, so what I've done is doubled my thread and then made the quilter's knot in the end. I think I'm just going to eyeball the middle. You could measure. Try not to take a stitch that goes all the way through, but you do want it to attach to this flap. Okay. If you want, you can cut the excess off my friendship thread. And I'm going to tack the button on. Just figure out where my placement needs to be. There. going to end off in the back, same way I did before. Okay. Done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that this is a fun project for you. Customize it, do with it whatever you want, and I just hope that you have a lot of fun with it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to, you can visit me at theblueberrybee.com. And I just really hope you have a good day. Till next time, bye.